Oh, Sam could do the tannoy. Hello. I know where we're on live. That's okay. We're on live. Don't worry about it. I'm all right. I'm here.
We're only on live.
Oh, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Rebels radio broadcast. We're having a bit of fun this evening because we're going to be doing the tannoy system as well. It looks so. We'll just do it all today. So there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Rebels Radio. If it's your first-time listener, then please we'll try and be as kind as unbiased as possible. But there you go. So we would like to first of all thank our two sponsors. They are Might Football Club, the online football community, and you can find out more about them and what they do on the Pichero website. So it's Pichero and then Might FC, and that'll give you all of the things that they do. And then our other supporters are the Slough Town Supporters Trust, and as usual we thank them for their continued support. And also this season the Slough Supporters Trust are doing the sponsored walk from Arbour Park to Kingfields Ground, Woking, on the 23rd of March. So you can still, if you'd like to sign up for that, do the walk there and help raise some money for the club and also for a local charity, which is this year is the Pit Stop campaign in Slough. So there you go. Good evening to you all. If you would like to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, there are a couple of ways that you can do it. If you are on Twitter, you can contact us on Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio. Or if you're listening via the YouTube, then there should be a little chat room that comes up, and Paul Hazel is listening in from Poole. Paul is from Poole. He's listening in this evening. Good evening to you. And, if you come through to us there, I'll give you a shout out sometime this evening. Like I say, please bear with us because we are doing the tannoy and the scoreboard here as well. So we're trying to do everything in one go this evening. So you might hear me shout out some bits and information which is no good to you guys listening at home. But there you go. We'll do the best we can. Up and coming games for the Rebels this evening, this week are this Saturday coming. Slough will be at home to Dartford FC. That's a 3 o'clock kickoff this coming Saturday. There will also be a presentation to Sean Fraser this Saturday, trophy for reaching 300 appearances for the Rebels this evening. And also, are you tweeting today? Would you like to tweet out that Lee Togwell's 150th appearance for the Rebels? There you go. So I've already given you one of the names on the team sheet for you this evening. We are also going to have a minute's silence here today at Arbour Park for the passing of England's legendary World Cup winning goalkeeper Gordon Banks. So there will be a minute's silence before the game. And I've got to do the tannoy, so I've got to read that out as well. So just so you should know that. Then Slough have another game a week this Saturday where they will be away to Bath City. That's a 3 o'clock kickoff on the Saturday. There are details for the coach. If you go onto the Slough Town Supporters Trust.co.uk website, you will see details of all the coach details that you'll need, what time and how much and where it runs from. So please have a look at those details there, and you'll be able to come down and we'll go to Bath, which we haven't been to not had a bath obviously, but been to Bath. We haven't been to Bath in a long time. So please have a look at the Slough Town Supporters website for that as well. We do have some other details for you. Slough now has a ladies team in training. So basically these are for 16 plus ladies. Not size 16, that's age obviously, although you can be whatever size you like. Training takes place at Arbour Park on Monday evenings between 8 and 9 p.m. And if you are interested or you know someone who would be interested, so it's for ladies over the age of 16, it doesn't matter what kind of levels of experience or skills that you have, it's all about training and coming down. So that is held at Arbour Park every Monday between 8 and 9. Also, Slough run out on a Saturday morning here at Arbour Park is called Bobbycats. Now, Bobbycats is for disabled children between the ages of 4 and 8. So if you do want to come down, there is specialist training and it's just all football based. So if you know of anyone who's disabled, who has a disabled son ages between the 4 and 8, they can come down to Arbour Park for that training session here. That's held every Saturday. For more details, please do go to the SloughTownFC.net website, and that will give you all of the details that you need to know. We will run through tonight's team for you for the first time this evening. Gloucester City will be playing in red and black shirts tonight with black shorts and red socks. In goal for them is Jojo Wallacott, 2 Jake Morford, 3 Noah Smearden, 4 Spencer Hamilton, 5 Sam Avery, who's the captain, 6 is Joe Hanks, 7 Josh Thomas, 8 Luke Roos, 9 Joe Parker, 10 Zach Kowitka, 11 is Fabian Roberts, and subs for them are 12 Aaron Naisbeth, 14 Harry Hodges, 15 Isaac Kelly, 16 Freddie Lapworth, and 17 is Harry Williams. For the Rebels, it's Jack Turner in goal, 2 Josh Chapman, 3 George Wells, 4 Sam Togwell, 5 is the captain Mark Nisbet, 6 is Lee Togwell making his 150th appearance for the Rebels, 7 Matt Lench, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 Ben Harris on his birthday, 10 Chris Flood and 11 Warren Harris. Substitutes for the Rebels are 12 Sean Fraser, 14 Louis Swords, 15 Tommy Woods, 16 Manny Williams and 17 is goalkeeper Trent Phillips. So there are your 2 teams. Today's referee is James Durkin. His 2 assistants are Stuart Smith and Thomas Cook. We are just going to have to just do the tannoy in a second to as we welcome the 2 sides out and explain that there'll be a minute's silence here as well. So just bear with us as it all happens here this evening, and we'll give you all everything that's going on as the day goes on here at Arthur Park. So there you go. So we are just literally waiting for the 2 sides to come out, and it's no, and so we're just someone's finally come to help us do some bits and bobs in there and whatever. So we are just waiting for kick-off this evening. So welcome along. So like I say, if you do want to get in contact, it's on Twitter at MyFC Rebels Radio, or on the little chat room that you can see. You can come through and we'll say hello to you there. Good evening to Stockport County #1 fan. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining us here. And there are 2 other games in the National League South this evening. It's Hemel Hempstead Town at home to Torquay United, and Oxford City are playing at home to Welling United. So we'll try and keep you up to date with those games as well. The scores from those games. We're just waiting for the 2 sides to come out here this evening. So we're just a couple of seconds away. So we're just waiting for a signal from someone down below as to people coming out, but we'll get there in the end. I'm sure someone will tell us they're coming out a little bit close to kick-off here. So there you go. We're waiting for. I don't know what we're waiting for actually. Everyone seems to be here, but we haven't got someone on the pitch telling us that the players are coming out of the tunnel. So there you go. We're just go through the teams here. 1 for Gloucester City is Jojo Walcott. 2 is Jack Morford. 3 Noah Smearden. 4 Spencer Hamilton. 5 Sam Avery, the captain. 6 Joe Hanks. 7 Josh Thomas. 8 Luke Roos. 9 Joe Parker. 10 Zach Kowitka. And 11 is Fabian Roberts. For the Rebels, it's Jack Turner in goal. 2 Josh Chapman. 3 George Wells. 4 Sam Togwell. 5 Mark Nisbet, the captain. 6 is Lee Togwell. 7 is Matt Lench. 8 Simon Dunn. 9 Ben Harris. 10 Chris Flood. And 11 is Warren Harris. So those are your 2 teams for today's game. We're just waiting for someone to give us our team sheets back. And Gloucester are in red and black striped shirt this evening. And the referee is just walking over here. James Durkin is the son of ex-Premier League referee Paul Durkin. So we'll see how he does. And there you go, giving that back. Brilliant, thank you very much. And we'll just give me 2 seconds here, a second. So we are just a couple of minutes away here. The referee is just about to call the 2 captains over for you. The goalkeepers, the Gloucester goalkeeper, nicely dressed in an all-green kit here, which is nice to see. And Slough's Jack Turner is all in white. As the referee, Mr. Durkin, calls over the 2 captains here for this evening's game. You could do a minute silence. Minute silence. So don't forget, there will be a minute silence here for the memory of Gordon Banks, who passed away earlier today, and that's just going to be about to be called over here now. So the referee just calling the two sets of teams here.
And we'll ask, ladies and gentlemen, for you to please be upstanding
And
in memory of Gordon Banks, who sadly passed away this afternoon.
so minute silence coming up here at Arbour Park. Just waiting for the referee. And there you go. That's the minutes of silence, beautifully observed there by both sets of fans and officials here at Arbour Park. It looks like I'm going to do the goal announcements then, as we've been given the microphone here. So we are just literally waiting for the game to kick off here. Gloucester City just going into a little huddle here before they kick off. Oh, and I've got it. You're right. Yeah. Don't worry. I've got the scoreboard as well. We're on it. So it looks as though Gloucester City will have the kick-off. They will be shooting this half from right to left. Slough obviously going... No, that's left to right. Yeah, I can't tell my left from right. Gloucester will be going from left to right. Slough going right to left. So Slough shooting to the Lynch Hill Academy end this first half. It's Gloucester City with the kick-off. And all eyes now on our referee this evening, just to give us the go-ahead for this to start. He's all happy? And there you go. So, kick-off. Why is this not working? No. What's going on? They can't get the scoreboard to work. Oh, well. You try and sort it out, Sam. I'll do the comments. You go on. The ball's just rolled all the way through, gone straight out of play for a goal kick to the Rebels. Sorry, we're trying to do the scoreboard here at the same time, and it's not working. So there you go. And we're just waiting for Jack Turner, dressed in white, to take this first goal kick of the evening here at Arbour Park. And it's a long ball down, aimed on the far hand side towards Ben Harris. He takes it down on his chest, 10 yards inside the Gloucester half. It's covered there by the tackle from Kowitka, and had a play for a throw to the Rebels down that far hand side. It's not too bad a night here at Arbour Park. It's a little bit cold, but not too bad. The ball's been thrown here towards Jack Turner, who spreads it out here towards George Wells in the left-back position. Closed down really well there by the striker Parker, and it comes off Parker for a throw to Slough on the halfway line. And George Wells literally in front of us here to take this throw. Takes it, goes back towards Mark Nisbet, the Slough captain. He plays it back towards the goalkeeper Turner. Turner takes it with his feet just on the edge of the 18-yard line, and then looks to spread the ball long down the field, but that's gone all the way through to the goalkeeper Wallacott in the Gloucester goal, and it's an easy take for the goalkeeper on his 6-yard line. And just a couple of players wearing gloves this evening. It's not that bad here at Arbour Park. Long ball forward, headed away though by Nisbet, flicked on here by Josh Chapman. It will come on the far hand side to Smearden, and his header played into the centre here, and a chance here for Rob Eyre with the ball, but a good challenge from George Wells comes in. It's a foul there, a late challenge on George Wells' first free kick of the evening to Slough. And it's about halfway inside their own half. Mark Nisbet, the captain, will take it and plays it short to the side to George Wells. Wells back in towards Nisbet, and the front two of Gloucester are working hard to close Slough down. Ball played out on the far hand side to Josh Chapman. Roos is the player that can take it. It's played back here towards Sam Togwell. Ball over the top here for Flood to chase on the far hand side. Avery it is who comes along and clears it out for a throw to Slough. And we'll need a new ball, because that one's gone in the school. And in fact, it's actually come off a Slough player, so there will be a throw to Gloucester City on that far hand side. And it will be Smearden, the left back, to go over to take this for Gloucester City in their change kit this evening. And his throw comes in here on the far hand side towards Robert, but intercepted by Lynch. Lynch with the ball inside towards Flood. Flood pleads down for Warren Harris down the right hand side. Harris running down, tries to get a cross in, headed away there to the edge of the box where it comes towards Flood. Flood shot's blocked again. This time it's hooked clear by Thomas. Hanks with the first block, and then good play here by Robert. Played it through, and it's an offside there against Gloucester City. It was Kowitka who was offside. And him and Parker both offside, but the referee gives the ball. It's been cleared here up towards Robert, and Robert again trying to hold the ball up, and again it's poked through, and it's offside again. And it looks like that could be the way that Gloucester City are playing, with Robert trying to play the ball in. Headed away here though by Morpher, comes towards Lee Togwell, takes it on his chest, and it's balls here with Lynch. Lynch tries to find some space to find Josh Chapman, being closed down by Robert. Back in towards Sam Togwell, finding Simon Dunn in the centre circle, in towards Flood. Flood takes it eventually, and he's got a ball on the far hand side here towards George Wells. Wells got a bit of space in front of him, hammers across there, all the way across. It goes up in the air, and Ben Harris tries to get it. A bit of a block, it's cleared by Smearden in the end, comes off the head of Hamilton it was with that first clearance, skied it in the air, but Smearden with the clearance is out for a throw to Slough. Taken quickly by Josh Chapman in towards Flood. And Flood trying to turn on the far hand side. Good recovery by Avery, but the ball's back here with Chapman. Finding Dunn. Dunn crosses in first time to the far hand side with Lynch. Takes it down on his chest, just inside the box. Trying to make a bit of space up against Morford here. Morford does well to get a challenge in there, but Lynch will try and keep it in, and it goes out of play for a throw to Slough. They'll leave it for George Wells to come across to take. And Wells is 10 yards away from the corner flag. His throw is short to Simon Dunn, gets the ball back to Wells, and Wells skips past the challenge but plays the ball out of play, and that'll be a throw to Gloucester City. And it'll be Morford, the right back, to take for Gloucester. And it's a long throw by him, flicked on and held up by Kowitka. The ball looked like it had gone out of play. It has, for a throw to Slough. And George Wells will take it. And thrown quickly here towards Sam Togwell. Togwell goes across here towards Josh Chapman. Sells him a little bit short, but Chapman gets there first and then finds Warren Harris on the far hand side. Closed down by Smearden. Good challenge by the left back. Comes off him for a throw to Slough just inside the Gloucester City half. Chapman will go across to take this throw inside towards Lee Togwell. Back here to Sam Togwell, who slides to clear the ball up towards Ben Harris, who holds the ball up. Just gets caught there, but the ball's still here with Simon Dunn. Running across the side of the pitch in towards Wells. Wells now finding Flood down this left-hand side. Flood taking it on his right foot. Up against Morford on the edge of his box. Back out here towards George Wells. Crosses in first time. Headed away though by Avery. Comes out here towards Kowitka. Kowitka holds the ball up. Play ball forwards and over the top here for Parker. Parker with the control. Holds the ball up well. Allows his team to get behind. And then it's someone just walking straight in the way, which doesn't help. And the ball was cleared in the end by Slough. And it's here on the far hand side with Warren Harris. Harris being closed down by Smith. Down the line for Ben Harris. Little flick here trying to find Warren Harris, but cut back here by Hanks. And Hamilton under pressure has to hook the ball clear. And there's an offside against Kowitka, who's come back from an offside position a little bit too slow there. And a free kick to the Rebels. Taken short here towards Matt Lynch. Lynch has got Dunn on the outside and finds him. Dunn cuts inside, bringing the ball forwards. A little ball inside towards Flood. Flood challenged by Hamilton. Good challenge there by Hamilton. And that's being brought back here by Thomas. Thomas skips past a couple of challenges. So Flood with the challenge back though for Slough and wins it back. And then two Slough players. The referee's given a foul. I don't understand how he's given a foul to Slough for that. Didn't look like a foul to me, but it's a free kick to the Rebels. And Mark Nisbet standing over it, plays it short towards Warren Harris, immediately under pressure, and Robert nicks it off there, but Slough get a lucky ricochet, and Sam Togwell up against Robert. Good challenge by Sam Togwell, finding Josh Chapman. Slough under pressure every time they get the ball here, and it's played in the end towards Warren Harris. Harris back towards Chapman. Chapman inside towards Flood. It's going to... Hamilton just skies the ball the wrong way. Headed on by Avery and flicked on by Smearden. Down the line here, looking for Parker, but intercepted by Sam Togwell. Game a bit scrappy here these opening few minutes, and the ball played out here towards Lynch down the left-hand side. Lynch up here against Morford. Lynch trying to run past him. Morford hangs up with him here. Challenge comes in. Good sliding challenge by Morford there. Plays the ball out for a throw to Slough right by the corner flag. Taken quickly and in towards Simon Dunn. Back towards George Wells. Wells turns inside. Ball back here with Simon Dunn. Dunn under pressure and being forced back here by Gloucester City, and Parker chases down Jack Turner. The ball played forwards looking for Lynch. Comes off the back of Morford's. Only as far as George Wells. Wells tries to volley the ball into the box. Ben Harris is there, but Harris is offside. And that'll be a free kick to Gloucester City. So the game littered by offsides and free kicks here at the moment. And not a great deal going on here in goalmouth action in these first 8 minutes. Ball's here with Wallacott, the goalkeeper. Long ball down the field, headed away by George Wells. Comes to Lynch. Lynch gets a little push in the back there, and that'll be a free kick to the Rebels for a fact. Good evening to Gary Sheriff, Ellie Bryant, and Graham Tompkins who's listening. Good quick ball here by Slough on the far hand side, finding Josh Chapman. Chapman slides down the near hand side, keeps the ball in play. It comes off Ben Harris last though to a throw to Gloucester City halfway inside their own half. And the ball played down the line, intercepted by Sam Togwell. Just goes all the way back here towards Hanks. Hanks spreads it out this time, though. Little bit of good play in towards Morford. Morford down the line. And Kawicka gets there first, and Wells comes in with the challenge and catches Kawicka, and that's a free kick to Gloucester City. And a free kick 45 yards away from goal. Bit of a stoppage in play here, as both players just seem to clash heads here at the moment, and it looks like George Wells is just slowly getting to his feet. He's holding his calf muscle here at the moment, and slowly gets back to his feet. And Matt Lynch having some little work done on his boots here on pitch. And George Wells just been spoken to by the referee here. Just think he just ran in and at the same time that Kawicka ran in with the ball, and the two just bumped into each other. It's going to be Hanks in the end who will take this free kick for Gloucester City, roughly 40 yards away from goal and quite close to the sideline here. And if you've ever been to our park, it's just right by the home dugout. But the two centre-backs have gone forwards in Avery and Hamilton, as Hanks signals for this free kick. He whips a good free kick in there, well defended by Ben Harris, and it comes on the far hand side where Avery will see the ball out for a throw to Gloucester City, right by the corner flag on that far hand side. And Avery just waiting for someone to come across to take the throw. It'll be Smearden in the end who does come across. And Avery comes back into defence rather than staying up for this throw. And Smearden's come about 5-6 yards away from where the ball went out to try and get a better angle. Throws it in towards Hamilton. Hamilton flicks onto Robert, and Robert shoots over an acrobatic shot by the winger there, just over the top of the bar by Robert. And out and quite over the way, and out for a goal kick to the Rebels, which Jack Turner will take for Slough. And quite a mild evening here at Arbour Park. As we wait for this goal kick to come in here. Long kick here by Turner, looking for Ben Harris on the far hand side. Does well to flick it on. Avery with the covering header. Smearden tries to keep the ball in. Does well to keep it in. It's flicked on there by Roos, only as far as Simon Dunn. He just runs into a couple of players. Comes out towards Nisbet, who's there first for Slough. Plays it forward, and then Morford backheads it to Wallacott. Wallacott cames for the ball, but not enough power on the ball to go past the goalkeeper. And it's an easy take for Wallacott in the Gloucester City goal. Just drops the ball on the edge of his 18-yard line. Plays the ball forwards, looking for Robert on this far-hand side. Headed away by George Wells. Dunn tries to win the next one. It comes through to Lee Togwell. And Togwell chipping the ball forwards for Ben Harris. Ben Harris is onside. And it's just being forced wide here. Comes across, being forced wide by Morph. Gets the ball inside to the box towards Warren Harris. His shot is blocked. Warren Harris gets a second. Great save by the goalkeeper. But Lynch has got the goal for Slough. And after a third effort from Slough, It's a goal to the Rebels. And it's scored by Matt Lynch on 12 minutes. So the first work came down by Ben Harris down the left-hand side. The ball came into was to Warren Harris. Harris had a shot blocked. It ricocheted kindly to him again. He had another shot, this time clawed away superbly by Wallacott. But then the ball fell to Matt Lynch. And Lynch just hit the ball in hard and low into the bottom of the net to give Slough the lead here at Arbour Park. Slough 1, Gloucester City 0. And first real decent effort that either side have had today has gone into the back of the net. Excuse me, I do have a bit of a cough, so there are little bits of break in commentary. Sam Togwell heads the ball away. And it goes out of play for a throw to Gloucester City on the halfway line. Smearden will take it on that far side. It just gains a couple of yards with his throw in towards Parker. Parker does really well, but then just gets tackled by Lee Togwell. And Lynch is there to clear up for Slough towards Turner. Turner, long kick down the field, aimed towards Ben Harris. Harris wins the first header. The second one taken down by Joe Hanks, who plays it here to the left back, Smearden. Smearden down the line looking for Parker. Sam Togwell with the header away. Josh Jackman has to play the ball forward. It's headed on by Roos. Then Sam Togwell wins a second header. Not the best. It comes through on the far hand side to Kawitka. He just turns and plays it across to Morford, just inside his own half, back towards Hamilton. And Hamilton inside here towards Morford. Morford down the line, intercepted by Lee Togwell. Just about gets there, and the ball's here with Simon Dunn, finding Lynch. Lynch being held up here by Kawitka, but Lynch still running with the ball up against Morford. Goes past him and then almost gets caught there, but Lynch overrides the challenge. Plays it back in towards Warren Harris, just on the edge of the box. Can't turn, and in fact that's good defending there by Hanks to clear the ball up towards Kawitka. And it's back here with Hanks down the line. Oh, and then Wells misses it, but it comes through to Parker. Parker just couldn't get the ball as it was a bit behind him, and Slough have it back with their goalkeeper Jack Turner. Here with Nisbet. And it's played back here towards Nisbet from Wales, goes across to the goalkeeper. Good evening to Colin Henderson, who's listening in. His car's broken down on the way to catch the supporters' coat, so not the best of nights for you, I'm afraid, Colin, but there you go. And the ball's here with Slough with Mark Nisbet. Closed down by Ribeiro. The ball's played forward on the far hand side. Taken well by Warren Harris on his chest. Up here against Smearden. Tries to play the ball back in. Smearden gets a challenge in and then gets a lucky ricochet where he plays it off the incoming Josh Jackman. It goes out for a goal kick to Gloucester City. And Slough with that early lead here at the moment. And it's Wallacott, unfortunate with that goal. But if you can see the highlights will come from our good friends at FC Video, you'll see that there was a really good save in the little spell of play that Slough had. Flicked on really well here by Kawitka. Headed away though by Nisbet. Flicked on then by Thomas. Ball bouncing around and the referee's assistant says there's a foul by Gloucester City. Didn't really see it myself, but a free kick here to the Rebels. But yes, good save by Wallacott in that little melee. Unfortunately couldn't stop the ball going in from Lynch, but it's a really good save by the goalkeeper, but unfortunately not any use. Ball played in on the far hand side, looking for Ben Harris. Again wins the ball up against Smearden, but his header goes across the 18-yard box and it's played out here by Morford. Ball down the line here, and again Parker is offside. And this tactic here by Gloucester City is to use the pace of Parker to run behind, but so far been caught offside most of the time. Just got to time that right and Slough be in trouble. And it's a free kick here though for Slough. 15 yards inside their own half. George Wells is the player that takes it. Plays it out here towards Josh Jackman. Jackman's got a bit of space. Closed down by Smearden. Inside here towards Warren Harris. Back towards Jackman. Jackman being closed down. Smearden put some pressure on. Back here with Sam Togwell. Ball over the top here. And Avery with the athletic clearance way, only as far as Jackman. Jackman cuts inside, finding Dunn. Dunn turns away, plays the ball inside here towards George Wells. Got Lynch on the left-hand side and finds Lynch on the corner of the box. Just being held up here, tries to get across it. It's deflected though, only as far as George Wells. He gets it back out here towards Lynch and crosses right-footed. And it evades everyone, comes to the edge of the box for Simon Dunn. It's blocked by Chris Flood, who blocks the shot for Slough. And it's still Slough with the ball, but then it's almost won back by Thomas. But Slough have it here with Lee Togwell. And then back outside towards Josh Chapman. Inside here towards Ben Harris down the right-hand side. Harris trying to create, can't keep the ball in and runs it out of play for a throw to Gloucester on the far-hand side. The left-back Smearden, he'll be the player to come across to take this one. And so he's just waiting for his team to get a little bit further forwards down the field. And his throws headed up in the air by Parker. There's another chance there. Slough trying to get there. It's flicked in by Roos, only as far as Kawicka. Kawicka just loses the ball though to Lee Togwell. Challenge comes in. Gloucester have won it back here with Robert trying to run through. Challenged by Nisbet to win the ball. He does. Here with Simon Dunn finding Lynch, but good coming back there by Hanks. Oh, and then the ball's just been blasted into his head by his own player. Hits him on the face and bounced all the way back to Wallacott in the Gloucester goal as Ben Harris was trying to get there. That would have been an assist and a half there from Thomas. And the ball's aimed towards him. Lynch is first to the ball though, but can't keep it in. And out of play for a throw to Gloucester. And the small band of Gloucester City fans who have travelled down today, making a bit of noise. Ball down the line though, but straight out of play there by Thomas. And it'll be a throw to Slough. Taken quickly towards Mark Nisbet. Closed down by Kawicka. In towards Togwell. Togwell just escapes a challenge from Robert. It was a good challenge by him. Morford then plays it in and finds Kawicka. Kawicka trying to turn. He's immediately closed down by three Slough players. And Lynch brings it out for Slough. Back here towards George Wells. Wells back heels it for some strange reason towards Nisbet. And Nisbet goes back towards the goalkeeper Turner. Spreads it out here to Sam Togwell, who's wide on the right-hand side. Up here towards Warren Harris. Chapman's quite further forwards here for Slough. Ball's back here with Sam Togwell. Inside towards Lynch, who's covering a bit of ground. Goes back towards his goalkeeper. Immediately, as the Slough back four have the ball, it's played in here. And the ball played in towards Ben Harris. Wins a header again. But unfortunately, Wells didn't gamble on it. And it's out of play for a throw to Gloucester City. Right in front of our commentary position here. It's Morford with the throw. Over the head, it's kept in by Nisbet, finding Lee Togwell. Togwell's ball down the line here for Flood to chase. Flood up against Hamilton. Flood will get there first and keep the ball in, but he's been pushed into the corner flag by Hamilton, who still niggles at him and pokes the ball out for a throw to Slough, level with the 18-yard line. Wells takes it quick in towards Dunn and gets the ball back here towards Wells. Wells skips past the challenger Morford, and then Morford's challenge wins the first corner of the game for either side. It goes to the Rebels. And George Wells will be the player that takes the corner for Slough. And Slough just sending forwards their two centre-backs and just leaving a few players back here. I think they're just worried about the pace of the Gloucester City front three. But it's George Wells with this corner for Slough. Out-swinging corner here. Played deep to the box. I was well taken by the goalkeeper there, just as Ben Harris was coming in on the far-hand side. And he rolls the ball out here, looking for Robert, but Josh Chapman's there for Slough to hook the ball down the line, and it goes out of play for a throw to Gloucester City. Halfway inside their own half. Smearden on the left-hand side will take the throw. Just been told by the referee to come forward. He's literally now 10 yards inside his own half as he looks to take this throw. And his throw's headed away by Chapman, kept in the centre there by Hanks, but hooked clear by Sam Togwell. Hamilton's underneath it, heads it forward. Sam Togwell will get there first, and it's only as far as Roos. Roos's ball inside here. It's played in towards Robert. Robert trying to turn, but a good challenge by Mark Nisbet wins the ball. And Slough have got it with Flood. Inside here towards Lynch. Lynch coming down the left-hand side. He's been chased back here by Thomas, and then Lynch trips over his own feet and runs the ball straight out of play. And Morford wants to take the throw quickly, but none of his players are turning around and facing the ball. So he's just going to take his time with this throw. And again, throws it in here, flicked on by Thomas. Lee Togwell with the header. It hits Robert. And then Robert skips past the challenger Warren Harris. Spreads it here for Smearden to come down the left-hand side. Runs into Josh Chapman, and Chapman still has the ball. Being chased by Smearden. Plays it off Smearden. And it spins and goes all the way towards Jack Turner, actually, in the Slough goal. Just looked like it was going to go out of play, but in the end it doesn't. It goes through to Jack Turner. He's going to look to try and get Slough on the attack quickly. Trying to find Flood. Flood jumps early, rises high and finds Ben Harris. Harris trying to turn against Morford. Coming down this left-hand side. Morford holding Harris up. Harris tries to get there, and Morford wins I thought he'd won the ball, but he played the ball off, and it's gone out for a throw to Slough. Quickly taken by Ben Harris here with Lynch. Lynch in towards Mark Nisbet. Nisbet cuts inside, bringing the ball with him, and then plays it in towards Harris. Harris uses his body to turn, gets down this left-hand side, tries to chip the goalkeeper. Great save there by Wallacott, and then the header comes in from Warren Harris, and it's another good save by Wallacott in the Gloucester City goal, but it looked like Ben Harris tried to chip the goalkeeper from an acute angle, and Wallacott acrobatically got the ball out, and then it came to Warren Harris, his header straight into the arms of the visiting goalkeeper, who is well positioned. Long kick down the field by Wallacott, headed away though by Nisbet. It'll come through here towards Hanks. Hanks being pushed off the ball, but has the strength to shield it off and plays it out to Smidden. Smidden down here towards Roos. Roos yet to get in the game. Ball played in. He's lost the ball towards Lee Togwell here with Lynch. Lynch finding George Wells halfway inside his own half. Goes back to the goalkeeper. Not the best of balls back, but it reaches Turner and he plays it out immediately here to Sam Togwell. In here towards Josh Chapman. Now inside their own half here. Back here to the centre-back Togwell. He'll spread it back towards... Oh, Turner makes a mess of that there. He's lucky that he hits it. It hits his standing foot and goes across his 6-yard box rather than towards the goal. Slough playing it across their 18-yard box here as they're trying to bring Gloucester City out a little bit here. There's a gap here for Slough to play into, and it's here with Matt Lynch. Outside of his boot, finding Josh Chapman on the inside. In towards Simon Dunn. Dunn under pressure back here towards Sam Togwell. Slough keeping the ball well, but just inside their own half here at the moment. As Turner spreads the ball here towards George Wells, being closed down by Park. A little cushion header inside towards Warren Harris, who's now peering on the left-hand side. Warren Harris cuts inside. And back here towards George Wells, who will look for Chapman, who's called for the ball a second ago. Now he's got the ball down that right-hand side. He's got a bit of space to run into here, up against Roos. And Chapman skips past the challenge of Roos, gets across in towards Ben Harris, sent to Hamilton with the header away. It's cleared by Thomas, only as far as Lee Togwell. His header finds George Wells. Wells cuts inside. Good defending there by Kwiatka, who wins it back and then turns away from Lynch. Good skills by Kwiatka there, finding Morford. And Morford's ball closed down, comes off a Slough player last. It will be... Oh, it didn't go out of play. Surely it went out of play. And I think he's realised his mistake. And the linesman has got it right in the end. First of all, he didn't think it went out of play. Then he gave it to throw to Slough, and it wasn't. It was a throw to Gloucester, and he's got it right. So in the end, he's got there. Taking him a while, but he's got there in the end. And Morford will have this throw for Gloucester City on the halfway line. Played in, and Kwiatka goes down. It comes through here towards George Wells, who turns and plays it down the field here for Ben Harris to chase. Morford's there, though, for Gloucester City. And turns and tries to bring it inside here towards Thomas. Thomas overruns it, but skips past the challenge of Lynch. And then chips the ball forwards to Parker, who's offside again. And he's just not timing. His runs right is the Gloucester City number 9. And his idea is there, but his execution as of yet isn't. Ball's here with Josh Chapman. Goes back towards Jack Turner, the Slough goalkeeper, on his 18-yard line. Looks long this time to Ben Harris. Harris flicking the ball on here for Lynch to chase up against Morford. Lynch robs Morford of the ball. Played inside here towards Flood. Flood's heavy touch means that Hanks can clear the ball. Up here towards Kwiatka, who's trying to win the ball, but he can't keep it in. It's a throw to Slough. Taken quickly towards Lee Togwell. Togwell now up against Parker. Ball comes inside towards Ben Harris, finding George Wells. Inside towards Dunn. Dunn trying to play it down towards Ben Harris. His control's not the best. And Lynch can't reach it. It's out of play for a throw to Gloucester City. Good evening to Ken Fish, who's listening to us while watching Hull versus Rotherham on TV. I bet that's got to be a Sky Sports classic, hasn't it? Ball comes here towards Robert, who's discarded his little black gloves, but only runs into Lynch. It goes out for a throw here to Gloucester. Morford again, the right back to take it, gaining a few yards there. Ball played in, headed away by Lynch towards Lee Togwell. Hooks the ball down the line. Hamilton wins the ball and it hits him on the thigh, but then Lynch wins it back. Just got caught there. And the ball over the top. Lynch just hobbling here for Slough, but he seems to be okay. Ball's back with Jack Turner and Slough. 26 minutes gone. Still Slough 1, Gloucester 0. Ball played on the far hand side towards Ben Harris, who keeps the ball in. Under pressure from Smidden, but finds Josh Chapman. Chapman holding it up here towards Warren Harris. Down the line. Comes off a Slough player last. It'll be a throw to Gloucester City. Apologies, a bit of a cough at the moment. Can't get rid of it. Smearden with this throw for Gloucester City. Headed away by Togwell. Flicked away though by Hanks. Down the line. Flicked on really well by Parker, but Kwiatka couldn't get there. And Lynch's little cushion header trying to find Flood. Robert comes back and wins the ball back here and finds Spencer. Spencer though out here towards Morford, the right back. Cuts inside and finds it in towards Hanks. Hanks flicks it straight down the field, but headed away by Nisbet. Lynch then flicks the next header on. Flood trying to flick it into the path of Ben Harris, but Smearden comes across, puts it high into this glorious night sky, hits Lynch on the top of the head, and he can come forward with the ball here for Slough. He's got Ben Harris in front of him, but comes back towards George Wells, just inside his own half. And Wells goes all the way back towards his goalkeeper from the halfway line. And Slough trying to just keep hold of the ball here. In from Sam Togwell to Least Togwell, back towards Sam Togwell, back towards the goalkeeper Turner. And Slough are trying to create a bit of space. Wells in acres of space down this left-hand side here, if he can be found. But instead they go down the right-hand side, looking for Warren Harris. Smearden and Harris run into each other. Harris continues his run down the field to try and get there. Oh, and he gets there in front of Avery. Plays it inside here towards Flood. Flood just loses the ball. It's a good challenge, and Smearden can clear up towards Robert. It's headed off the back of Lee Togwell and out for a throw for the wayside down that far hand side. Still Slough 1, Gloucester City 0. Goal coming early on in the game in the 12th minute. Quick throw in here towards Roos. Roos turns into trouble though, and Smearden's clearance hits Warren Harris and scoots all the way through to Wallacott in the Gloucester goal. Rolls it out this time towards Morford. Morford coming down the line here, and Wells doesn't get a touch there, but fortunately for Slough, Parker couldn't get there, and Nisbet plays it back towards Turner, who's got a long kick down there. Hamilton runs behind, it hits him on the back of the head and goes through to Wallacott. I think he misjudged that one a little bit, but he got away with it there. And the ball's here with the goalkeeper. Long kick down the field here, looking for Kwiatka, headed away by Nisbet. Lee Togwell with the next header. Dunn gets there first. Robert tries to get there. Looked like a handball by Slough, but the referee says no, and then Dunn runs into a challenge, but the ball ricochets kindly into the path of Josh Jackman for Slough, the right back. Comes up across to the halfway line. Plays it back here towards Sam Togwell. Inside towards Matt Lynch, who's holding the ball up. Here towards Sam Togwell. Down the line looking for Chris Flood. Beat to the ball by Avery. His header comes into the centre, and Gloucester play it off their own player. Smearden gets there first for Gloucester City, but one back here by Matt Lynch. In towards Simon Dunn. Dunn has got Wells on the overlap. Wells sold short, but he gets past Thomas and then up against Morford. Morford holding him up, but the ball finds Simon Dunn. Inside here towards Matt Lynch. Lynch being to shoot from distance. Takes a deflection off the back of Chris Flood, and it forces a really good save from Wallacott again. The ball was kind of going to where he was going anyway, but it hit Flood on the back and forced Wallacott just to push it out and out for a corner to the Rebels, this time from the far hand side, and we'll wait for George Wells to go across. 30 minutes gone here at Arbour Park, and George Wells will go across to take this corner for Slough. Not a big crowd here at Arbour Park this evening. I think a lot of people watching Champions League, or as Ken is watching Hull versus Rotherham. As Wells takes this corner, it's floated to the back post. Oh, Ben Harris comes in at the far hand bit there. He's a little bit too far away from goal, and his header goes well wide. And Wallacott takes it quickly, but the ball was moving, so he'll get another chance to take that goal kick. And no, he won't, because I think the referee said that there he is. Yeah, I think a little bit of confusion here was that Wallacott took it a little bit too early. The ball was moving, and the referee is very slow to signal that to the players on the pitch. So there you go. Good evening to Neil Fraser. And it's a long kick here by Wallacott, headed away by Nisbet, flicked on here by Warren Harris, only as far as Smearden. He plays it inside towards Roos. Roos is tackled by Lee Togwell, but gets a ricochet in and plays it on the far hand side towards Robert, but Sam Togwell's there for Slough, but Robert comes across and steals it off him. Gets across in, it's volleyed away by Nisbet, and then Hanks hits it the wrong way. Smearden under pressure keeps the ball in, does he? He does, and he plays it off Warren Harris for a throw to Gloucester City, and Smearden will take it himself. 10 yards inside the Slough half. And he's just waiting for some movement. It comes in, it's been flicked on, headed away by Sam Togwell. Lee Togwell can't get the ball. Back here with Smearden, who turns past a couple of Slough players, but actually wins a free kick for a foul by Slough. And it'll be a free kick to Gloucester City, 35 plus yards out. And Smearden and Hank standing over this free kick. It's on the far left-hand side. Smearden looks like he's going to possibly take it. No, he's going to leave it here. It's going to go play straight in towards Jack Turner, who catches it just on his 6-yard line on there, underneath his goal. But an easy take for the Slough goalkeeper. That one just a little bit over hit there by Hanks. And Turner, lovely ball down the field here, looking for Lynch. Lynch just can't get it. And Roos doing some covering, defending. And his head is off. He's got to go. Wallacott is going to go here because he's handled that outside the box. Now what he's done is he slid out to get the ball. It was coming down the tram line, and the referee so far hasn't got a card out. But as he slid out of the box, he's slid out and he's put his hand on it instinctively. He's outside of the box. So is the ball, and it's a free kick to Slough. It's a good 2 foot outside the box, and I think that the Slough players are saying to the referee that you've got to at least book him. But he hasn't. He's not booked him. I mean, that is slightly controversial. I mean, normally what you see is goalkeepers slide out with the ball and it comes outside. They normally get a red card. And the referee isn't actually going to book him at all. That I can't believe. He's given a free kick for handball outside the area by the goalkeeper, but he hasn't even booked him. Taken short by Slough here towards Lynch. Drills it in. It's blocked, I think, there by looked like Ben Harris almost. Ball comes out here towards George Wells, up against Morford. Morford turns, but it goes out of play for a throw to Slough, right by the corner flag. And that's a bit of a debate. You'll see the highlights of that from our friend at FC Video, and you'll get your own things from it. The throw comes in short towards Mark Nisbet, heads it back here towards George Wells, turns past Morford and comes down the byline, gets across in, hooked clear, and it only comes out as far as Dunn in towards Nisbet, back here towards Simon Dunn, down the line for George Wells. Wells turns, opens his body, tries to get across in, gets across in. Smearden's header isn't the best of clearances on the edge of the box there, and Slough looking for a free kick on Warren Harris. The ball cleared, hit Sam Togwell on the head. George Wells wins it back for the Rebels here with Mark Nisbet in towards Simon Dunn. All a bit scrappy here at the moment. Wells plays it in. Warren Harris trying to get there on the edge of the box. Breaks in for Simon Dunn. On the corner, he just gets past a couple of challenges. Being forced wide, and he brings it out towards Lynch, who coming back and defending in a right back position. Ball down the line here for Ben Harris, down the right hand side. Smearden with the tackle, but Ben Harris still comes down outside and plays it out. It's a good challenge in the end by Smearden for a goal kick. So yeah, that's a bit of a talking point there, because Wallacott clearly handles the ball outside the penalty box. It's clearly what the referee's given the free kick for, but he doesn't give him a yellow card or a red card. So there you go. Good evening to Kevin Jackman, who's listening while walking. I think Josh's dad and uncle are walking from the top of New Zealand to the south of New Zealand, or from the south up, I don't know. But south, north, north, south. The two of them are walking there. They're taking it over 6 months, so they're listening in this evening. So good evening to you. Ball played down the line here by Lee Togwell, and in towards Avery. Avery turns Ben Harris and plays it back here towards Smearden. Smearden down the line, and it runs all the way through though to Jack Turner in the Slough goal, who rolls it out quickly here towards Wells. Wells leaves it for Lynch. Lynch will let Wells come past him. Ball inside towards Simon Dunn, in towards Flood. Little cushion ball finding George Wells, who's seen a lot of the ball. Chipping the ball forwards here, trying to find Dunn. Dunn trying to get there. He gets a lucky ricochet. His header's not the best. Avery with the header away, only as far as Lee Togwell. Plays it out here on the far hand side towards Josh Chapman. Takes a touch. Turns inside. Has the ball here. Crosses left foot. Warren Harris trying to flick it on. Comes towards Flood, who gets a shot. And Wallacott saves it. It's not the best of saves. It doesn't get hold of it, but then dives on the loose ball. And another save there by the visiting keeper, keeping his side in the game here this evening. His kick's not the best. It's skied off the side of his foot. Lynch heads it on, but won't be kept in play and goes out of play for a throw to Gloucester City. And again, it will be the right back Morford to take. Slough had more of the opportunity so far in this game, and maybe should have been 2 up, but Wallacott in goal, being a good game. Lee Togwell wins the header for Slough. Dunn can't get there. It goes up in the air. Lee Togwell wins the second header, intercepted by Hanks, who's trying to release Roos on the far hand side. Jackman wins the header. Smearden tries to get there first and then gets caught by Lee Togwell, and it'll be a foul and a free kick to Gloucester City. And it's we're just waiting for a ball to come in, but it looks like a free kick to Gloucester City, 40 odd yards away from goal on the far left hand side. Again, Hanks is the man that looks like he's going to take it. Smearden goes across to have a go as well. Gloucester City will want a better delivery from Hanks than that last one, which was a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. And it is Hanks and Smearden. Hanks it is that takes it. This time it's a good one. Ben Harris with the header away, and it's gone out for a corner to Gloucester City. So Hamilton and Avery will stay forwards for this corner to come in on the far hand side from Hanks. And it'll be an in-swinging corner here for Slough to defend. Hamilton just doing a bit of pushing and shoving on the goal line here. The ball comes into the box. Turner takes it really well under a huge group of players. He just jumps the highest and grabs his hands to it. And that's a good save there by the... or good claim, I should say, by the Slough goalkeeper. We've got about 7 minutes of the first half left. Still Slough with that 1-goal lead. And I'm not sure, but I think the referee may have given a free kick. But anyway, the ball's here with the goalkeeper. Turner for Slough, just knocking it outside of his 18-yard box. And I think that Turner's just kind of indicating whether he was... Yeah, because the linesman wasn't in position, and it was long ball in the end down the field. Flood trying to go with Hamilton. Lynch keeps the ball in, but it hits Morford, and Morford can try and bring the ball away. His clearance is poor. One back by George Wells. In towards Lee Togwell. Finding Dunn. Dunn back here towards George Wells. Wells under pressure. Slough trying to get there, but it's cleared by Thomas, only as far as Sam Togwell. Good control by him. Takes the ball down in acres of space and finds his brother Lee. Lee now can bring the ball forwards for Slough. Bringing it in, travelling 10-15 yards. In towards Flood. Great challenge by Hamilton, winning the ball. And Nisbet has to play it back. Oh, he sold Turner shot, and Turner just has to race to get there before Parker. And Avery gets a call to duck. He ducks and it runs all the way through to the goalkeeper, Wallacott. But Slough just got to be aware of that ball over the top here. Wallacott again with a long ball down this time. Aimed towards Kwick, who's trying to gamble down the left-hand side up against Jackman. But Jackman wins the header. It's inside towards Warren Harris. Finding Lynch. Lynch under pressure back towards Sam Togwell. And I've been doing it. I got it. We'll see with Jack Turner. And Turner's long kick down the field, looking for Warren Harris. And Smearden with the header away, but straight out of play for throw to Slough. And it'll be Josh Chapman who will finally take the throw when he gets a ball here inside towards Lynch. Lynch tries to turn, finds Sam Togwell, and Togwell's under pressure from Robert. Goes all the way back towards Jack Turner. And Turner just... linking the ball down here, looking for the run of Warren Harris. Harris heads it inside here towards Flood. Flood's little cushion header, a little bit behind Josh Chapman, but Chapman gets there and finds Warren Harris. Harris tries to cross, but it's blocked by Smearden. It's played off Warren Harris and out for a throw to Gloucester City, but they are deep inside their own half, around about 10 yards away from their corner flag. And it will be Smearden with this throw eventually, plays it in. And flicked on by Parker. Lee Togwell with the header and almost gets caught there. The ball breaking around. It comes out here towards Lee Togwell. A little cushion ball outside towards Ben Harris. Harris just gets a lucky ricochet down that right-hand side. Now up against Hanks. Holding the ball up by the corner flag. And unfortunately can't keep it in there. And it's rolled out of play for a throw to Gloucester City right by the corner flag. And again, Smearden will be the player that will take this throw. And not the best of throws. It's flicked on one back though by Simon Dunn in towards Hanks. Hanks's ball is hooked clear only as far as Sam Togwell, who then volleys the ball back in here. And Hamilton's header goes back to Avery. Avery volleyed it across the 18-yard line here towards Morford. Morford's first time ball down the line here for Parker to chase. Parker trying to get there in front of Nisbet. Nisbet gets there in the end. Wells tries to get there. And it's going to be a corner. Well, there you go. I thought that clearly came off George Wells. Sam, who's does our Twitter sitting next to me. He's nodding as well. The linesman, who I guess is nearer, claims that it was a goal kick, and that's what it's been given. But I clearly thought that came off George Wells. He stuck a leg out and played it out, and I think he's got away with one there. But there you go. It's a goal kick to Slough. Should have been a corner, but there you go. And Slough take it short, the goal kick here towards Nisbet. They go back straight towards Turner. And then Turner long down the field here over the top of the defence here for Warren Harris to chase, but it just skips off the turfis and into the arms of Wallacott. The visiting goalkeeper is again well positioned. He has the ball in his hands on the edge of his 18. Drops it on the side here. Fudd tries to block it as he plays it down the field, and the trouble is Wallacott's booted it all the way down the field. Unfortunately, Kwiatka wasn't near it, and it's gone straight out of play for a throw to the Rebels. So we do have a half-time quiz, which I kind of can't remember the answer because I've left all my notes at home, unfortunately, which is really silly because I've had the day off today as well. Long clearance here by Turner. Morford with the header away, only as far as Lee Togwell, who wins it back and finds Lench down this near-hand side. Lench being surrounded by two players, still holds the ball up here. He's got George Wells in assistance. Wells comes in, back here towards Lench. Wells continues his run, but Lench will kind of cut inside and crosses on the far hand side. Warren Harris is there. Smearden gets her head to it, and that is a throw to Slough right by the corner flag on that far hand side. It'll be Josh Chapman who goes across to take the throw. So I've got the quiz, and I've got to try and remember the answers. So hello, what do you want? Anyway, it's going to be a throw from Josh Chapman on the far hand side. And we're just going to wait to see how many minutes of added time there are. But ball played in towards Dunn. Little cushion header towards Warren Harris, towards Jackman. Smearden gets his body in the way. Shields it down the line towards Robert. But his ball back inside just about gets to a Gloucester City play. It's played down the field early. Nisbet with the header away in towards George Wells. Back across towards Sam Togwell. Now defending it well. Back here with Turner. Turner just scoots the ball down the field first time. Ben Harris up against Hamilton. Hamilton with the header headed on by Roos towards Hanks. Hanks though loses the ball and it's won back by Dunn. Inside towards Lee Togwell, but Togwell's ball couldn't find Wells and it's gone out of play for a throw to Gloucester City inside the Slough half, and Morford gaining a few yards again with that position. And the referee shouting at him to go back. Ball comes in towards Parker. Parker overruns it. Warren Harris clears only as far as A3. Little cushion path into Smearden. Smearden just stops his run and plays it towards Kwiatka on the far hand side. He cuts inside, still being chased by Jackman. Inside towards Roos. Roos finds Hanks. Hanks chips it out here towards Morford. Bit of space. Takes it down well. Ben Harris of all players challenging and back. Lynch comes across to force him backwards, and it's here with Hanks. Hanks trying to orchestrate, plays it down the field here, but there'll be a minute of added time. Slough looking for a free kick, but I think that the referee or linesman has given a throw. George Wells went to run for the ball, but got caught there. I think we're already into that added time on, so but it's a throw for Slough deep inside their own half, and it will be George Wells to take it. I'm gonna just where everyone goes to their half-time drink. Wells with the clearance, only as far as done. It's volleyed clear by Nisbet. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, apologies there that we lost the sound there. That was I was having a coughing fit and I've knocked stuff out of the way and whatever, so my apologies for that there, but we are back here now, so hopefully everything is okay. So apologies for that, but you didn't hear anything. What happened was it just went straight to half time literally as I started coughing and dying and pulled the plug out, which was really clever. But the half time score is Slough 1, Gloucester City 0. Apologies again there for that. So your half-time quiz this evening, just bear with me, I just got to reset everything up, unfortunately. That's what happens when you pull the plug out by accident. But there you go. So I'm just making sure that everything is fine. Yes, so your half-time quiz then this evening is in honour of our friends from Gloucester. I only found a thing from 2017, but can you name the top 5 cheeses as in popularity of the UK? So there you go. So is in there. I will give you a clue that double. So that is it. You just have a guess. You can come through to us on Twitter or via the little chat room there. And I'll try not to pull out the leads when I start coughing again, which is going to happen in a minute. So there you go. We'll try and find you the other scores as well from the National League South for you. The other 2 games, it's Hemel Hempstead Town 0, Torquay United 1, and then it's Oxford City 0, Welling United 1. So Oxford City 0, Welling United 1. So there you go. Those are your latest scores from the other games in the National League South this evening. And we'll see if we can find you some other bits of scores for you as well. This evening, I'd tell you that in the first half, Slough had 6 shots compared to Gloucester City's 1. Slough had 2 corners to Gloucester's 1, 4 fouls for Slough, Gloucester City, but that does include offsides, and unfortunately Gloucester City got caught a few times. In the Champions League, they're all 0-0. In the Sky Bet Championship, it's Birmingham City 0, Bolton 0, Bristol City 0, QPR 1. Ken is watching Hull City 2, Rotherham 0, Millwall 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0, and West Brom 0, Forest 1. That's a 8 o'clock kickoff. In the Build Base FA Trophy games, it's AFC Fylde 2, Ramsbottom 1. That's a journey and a half to make on a Tuesday evening. Barnet 2, Carshalton 1, and Maidstone 1, Salford City 0. In the National League, it's Aldershot. Do you mind? I'm on it. Okay, cool. Aldershot 0, Solihull Moors 1. We go into National League North. It's AFC Telford 1, Guiseley 0, Chorley 1, Brackley Town 0. And a few other scores going around as well. Burgess Hill 0, Eastbourne Borough 0. That's the Sussex County Cup game for some reason. And in the Cambridge County Cup semi-final, Histon 1, Soham Town Rangers 0. Bostik League Central Division, we've got Molesey 1, Bedford Sports 1, and South Park 0, Northwood 3. So those are some scores for you from other games going on this evening. And like I say, your quiz this evening is, can you name the top 5 cheeses in popularity in England? This was on a Daily Express thing back in 2017, so not the most up-to-date of ones there, but I left all my notes at home, so there you go. I couldn't think of anything else to give you, and I just looked that up, so there you go. No notice of a crowd figure attendance here this evening. And we can tell you that Seiko Janna's 14th goal of the season is what gives Torquay United the lead at Hemel Hempstead. They're 1-0 up in that game. That will extend their lead at the top of the table this evening if it stays like that. And Manchester United are 0-0 in their Champions League game with PSG. So not a lot of goals seem to be flying around in football this evening, unfortunately. No one's bought me a cup of tea yet either. I've been sitting there coughing my guts up and no one's bought anything along, so I'm not sure what's going on. So, but there you go. So we're just watching a few of the subs warm up here today. We would like to give our congratulations first of all to Lee Togwell this evening, who plays his 150th game for the Rebels since coming to Slough, and also to Sean Fraser, who on Saturday got his 300th appearance for the Rebels and is now in the top 13 players in attendance-wise for Slough in all-time history. So something to be very proud of, and there will be a presentation to Sean this coming Saturday for that achievement as well. So if you are planning on coming down, that'll be well worth watching. When a stalwart of the club like that gets to 300 games, that's quite an achievement, and the last Slough player to do that was Steve Daly. So that's the kind of levels that Sean is up to. So big thanks to Sean, congratulations to him. And there you go. So we're just waiting here for Slough Town. Yeah, someone just come through and said that the Gloucester goalkeeper could only have a red card for... No. A Gloucester goalkeeper for denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. If he slid out accidentally, then the referee is perfectly to give a free kick. So that's someone from Gloucester City just saying that. Like I say, it wasn't a goal-scoring opportunity, but sometimes you do see players get a red card for that. But thank you so much for coming through with that detail there. So it's nice that someone knows the laws, but it is one of those things where you do kind of see it quite often that these things happen and players do get referees maybe don't know the rules as well, and it goes out and play. And tea.
Sorry?
Can I get a tea?
Yes, of course, Aid.
Thank you. One sugar. Thank you. So we're just waiting for someone to give us a cup of tea because we're just sat here dying and nothing going on. So there you go. So we're just waiting for half time. And I will try to remember to give you the answers to our little quiz about the top 5 cheeses, because I always tend to do that. I keep forgetting to give you guys the answers, which is Ken Fish has gone for Red Leicester, Cheddar, Cheshire, Wensleydale and Stilton. I can tell you what, Ken, you've got I'm trying to think of what it was now. I think you've got 3 of the top. No, you haven't. You've got 2 of the top 5. Wensleydale was 7th and Stilton was 6th. I can tell you that a cream cheese, surprisingly, was 8th. But Red Leicester and Cheddar are 2 of the top 2, but they're in the wrong order. But you've had a good go. But I will give you those answers in a second. So there you go. We're just waiting here. Got a couple of silly little kids standing around who just want to do that. So just a reminder that you will see highlights of today's game from our friends at FC Video, and you'll see that part where the goalkeeper came sliding out. It's like I say, it's not a goal scoring opportunity, but there was a player running towards the ball. So to not get any kind of card, I guess, is the question that you'd ask. But if it's apparently if it's not deliberate, it's not a red card. But you would have thought he maybe would have got a yellow card for the handball, even if it is accidental. So there you go. But that's not the talking point of the game. The point of the game was that Neil Fraser wants to know if he wants a John Smith's in the fridge for Saturday. Neil, I will make sure that there is a John Smith's of some kind in the fridge for you when you come along. That's only fair as your son has reached 300 games and you want a celebratory drink. I will make sure there's a can of John Smith's in the fridge for you, even if I have to steal it from a shop myself. So there you go. So we'll do that as well. And so we'll make sure that that's there for you so you can have a celebratory drink. So there you go. We are just watching some highlights on our scoreboard here of a previous game under the lights here at Arbor Park, and Arbor Park looking resplendent as usual. Oh, thank you very much. You're so kind. Cheers. I've got a cup of tea now, so I'm all happy now. So we've got a cup of tea. Slough players just coming out onto the pitch here for the start of the second half. We'll try and keep an eye out, see if there are any substitutions for either side for you as the players start to come out. And Ben Harris just coming out here. It is Ben's birthday today, apparently. So there you go. So now the Gloucester players are coming out as well. So we'll keep an eye out to see if there are any substitutions. And we'll just... so all we need now really is a referee and some assistants, and we might even get a game here at the moment. So we'll get there in the end. Come on, ref. Come out there and let's get this going. Here we go. This is what we want to see. So the referee is out here now. They're all just going to check the goals and everything, and then we'll be back with the start of the second half here at Harbour Park. And again, we're just going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So no changes for the Rebels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No changes for the home side. Just waiting for the both goalkeepers to come out, actually. So for Gloucester City, 1 is Wallacott, 2 Morford, 3 Smearden, 4 Hamilton, 5 is Avery, the captain, 6 Hanks, 7 Thomas, 8 Roos, 9 Parker, 10 Kawitka, 11 is Robert. For the Rebels, it's Turner 1, Jackman 2, Wells 3, Sam Togwell 4, Nisbet 5, Lee Togwell 6, Lench 7, Dunn 8, Ben Harris 9, Flood 10 and Warren Harris 11. Waiting for the start of the second half, just waiting for our referee to make sure. I think Slough shooting from left to right. They have the kickoff, and the referee just counting the players up, and then he's just waiting for the big hand to strike 0. And there you go, that's the start of the second half here. Slough with the kick-off, played immediately to Wells, played forward here, and Ben Harris just clashes with Kawitka here. It's a free kick here, but I think there's more of a concern that both of our players are all right. They've taken it quickly of Gloucester City. Sam Togwell with the header away, comes out here towards Josh Jackman. Jackman down the field here. It's gone all the way through, though, to the goalkeeper Wallacott, and Wallacott rolls the ball out. He gets the ball back here from Morford, and then under pressure from Flood, clears long. Robert looks like he's gone more central, and the ball's been flicked on here by Lee Togwell, only as far as Morford. Takes it on his knee and knees it forwards only towards George Wells. George Wells skips past the change but can't keep the ball in play, and out of play for a throw to Gloucester City on that far hand side. And it will be Morford to take the throw. He's still wearing gloves, even though he's got a short sleeve shirt on, which makes no sense. But there you go. But Morford with this throw. It's a short throw in towards Robert. Gives it back. It's one back here by Simon Dunn. And then Dunn's ball is one back by Smith. And down the line here, it's cleared by George Wells, who hammers that onto the roof of the sports hall behind us. So I like to see a ball boy go and get that one. That's going to be fun to get. I think they should make George Wells go and get that. I think that's only fair, because that's proper lost, that one. It will be a throw to Slough. I think he's given a free kick, actually. For some strange reason, the referee's given a free kick, which no one saw. So Slough have a free kick halfway inside their own half. And it'll be Jack Turner, the goalkeeper, to take this free kick for Slough. And long ball lane forwards here towards Ben Harris. Harris up against Hamilton. Hamilton wins the header towards Kawitka. Flicked on by him, but intercepted by Nisbet. His ball down the line, though, puts Morford under pressure, but he just sees the ball out, and out of play for a throw to Gloucester City, level with his own 18-yard line on the far-hand side. And the throw comes in by him, headed on by Lench. Ben Harris gets there first, but can't control it, and it goes out of play for a throw to Gloucester City. And it will be, I think the referee's given a free kick. I can't see how this referee's giving free kicks here, but it's a free kick here now to Gloucester City. And he plays a long ball down the field, and it's George Wells who heads it away. There's a foul there on the far hand side. The answers to the quiz, the top 5 cheeses by popularity are cheddar, red Leicester, brie, mozzarella and parmesan. Those are the top 5 cheeses. I forgot to give them to you, and then I remembered. Ben Harris does well to win the header, but he only flicks it into the arms of Wallacott, the goalkeeper, who comes to the edge of his technical area to grab the ball. And it's Wallacott just coming back here to get a better position to take a long kick down the field here, aim towards Parker. Sam Togwell with the header away, only as far as Kawitka. Immediately under pressure, plays it back here towards Smid, a little bit behind him, but he gets the ball back, tries to play it down the line, intercepted by Josh Chapman. Chapman's ball finds Flood. Flood flicks the ball on here for Ben Harris to chase down the right hand side. Harris played it inside here towards Warren Harris. Harris now coming down, gets across in, it hits Smid and comes back out though towards Ben Harris. Harris skips past the challenge of him, crosses it left footed to the back post. It's headed away though only as far as Simon Dunn, takes a little touch in towards Lynch. Lynch on the corner of the box, tries to fire it in low, it's blocked here, it comes back here towards Morford, he gets a second chance clear, headed back in by Wells, headed on by Roos, only as far as Nisbet. Poor touch by him, but Josh Chapman wins it back for Slough, and then Lee Togwell clears it up by going back towards his goalkeeper, Turner. And Turner has time on the ball now, and plays it long down the field, looking for Lynch. Lynch up against Parker. The ball comes out here towards Hanks. Hanks can turn, tries to spread it on the far hand side, looking for Kawitka, who was onside, but just the ball was hit too firmly and he couldn't grab through to the ball. It's here with Turner, the Slough goalkeeper. It's a long kick here, again aimed towards Wells. Wells flicks the header on, but it's gone out of play off Wells' head for a throw to Gloucester City. Around about 20 yards away from their goal. And Morford will take this throw for the visitors. Well, you can't go away with it. I need it, don't I? Ask the video man. He's got one. And the ball's just gone all the way through to Turner. Turner with a long kick down the field. Headed on by Ben Harris, trying to find Flood, but the goalkeeper will race out to get that one first. And it's rolled out here towards Smidden. Smidden inside here towards Hanks. Hanks immediately under pressure. Back here towards Avery, the captain. He plays the ball down the field here for Parker to chase. Comes off Togwell last, and it's a throw to Gloucester City. Taken quickly here by Robert. Ball played inside here towards Hanks. Hanks further forwards. First time he's really got forwards. He hits the ball straight at Josh Chapman, and Slough kind of clear, but not the best of clearances. And Smearden's ball isn't the best as he crosses it in. It's behind here, and Thomas chases along with Wells, but it goes out of play for a throw to Slough. They take it quickly here towards Turner. Turner not the best of touches there. He gets a second chance to hook it clear. Flood trying to get there. It'll bow through to Avery, who helps the ball back here. Sam Togwell wins the header. It comes out here towards Robert, who takes a shot. Oh, what a goal that is from Robert! 25 yards out, the header came to him, he turned round and absolutely hammers it into the top of the net. What a stunning goal that is. He must have seen that the goalkeeper was off his line. He just turned and he just smashes it over the top of the head of Jack Turner. It's a stunning goal. Wait till you see the highlights for that one. But on 52 minutes, it's a goal for Gloucester City from absolutely nowhere. The ball was just headed back on. I think it actually came from a volley from Avery. It came round. And Robert, just wow, what a goal that is. Watch the highlights for that one. 1-1 here at Arbor Park. And Slough have someone got to try and get back into the game. Ball's been played through. There's a foul here on Josh Chapman and a free kick for the Rebels. But I think Slough are just absolutely, so there's nothing that Turner could do. Turner was standing away. I mean, Robert was on the side. He was closer to the sideline than the edge of the box when he hit it. And Turner got no chance of coming back and getting that one. No fault to him for that. Just a stunning goal. Slough with a free kick by Lynch. The ball comes on the edge of the box. It's such clear in the end by Roos. Only back out as far as Lynch. Lynch gets a second chance to cross in. And this time it's a better header. It's cleared away though by Hamilton. And it'll go out of play for a throw to Slough. I didn't put the goal up, did I? Sorry. I was so busy I forgot to put the goal up. It's a bit behind. Ball played in here across to Warren Harris. Heads it back in across there. Roos with the clearance away. Only as far as Chapman. Chapman's touch inside towards Dunn. Dunn under pressure though from Hanks. Ball comes in. Sorry, I can't know what's going on. Ball played in. It's headed wide by Ben Harris. And it's just off. I don't know what's going on. But I just looked and realised it was 1-0 and then I realised I hadn't done it. Sorry, I just mucked the scoreboard up. But there you go. I don't know what's going on. I can't do anything here. It's a goal kick here, though, to Gloucester City, which Wallacott will take. I'm just getting told off for not putting the goal up on the scoreboard. Long ball in this. Comes off the head of Lee Togwell. Heads it the wrong way. Sam Togwell with the header away. Then Parker heads it on to Robert, who is offside this time. But it does look as though this second half, Robert is playing a lot more further forwards, almost alongside Parker. And Kwiatka is in a deeper left wing role, so it looks like the two have maybe swapped positions. Turner's free kick is played forwards, headed away though by Hanks, and it comes out here towards for a throw to Slough. Taken quickly here towards Lynch, who's come deep to get the ball. Here with Simon Dunn. Dunn turning here for Flood. Gets the ball back towards Dunn. Played forwards here. Little cushion ball trying to find Dunn. Challenge comes in. It's well won back. And then Robert skips past the challenge of one and then chips it over here for Parker. Parker's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Jackman tries to come out. Parker shoots. Goalkeeper saves it. It's a very good save by Jack Turner in the end. And it's something that Gloucester City have been trying all the way through that first half, was that ball over the top. This time Parker angled his run brilliantly. He got through, and it's a great save by Jack Turner, saving low as he comes and spreads himself out. It's gone out for a corner, though, to Gloucester City. And Slough haven't started well. And again, an early goal in the second half is not the first time this year that Slough have done it. It's actually the fifth time this year. And we're only in February. Ball's been played short. Oh, it's been missed by everyone. It comes through to Dunn on the edge of the box. And then Jackman clears down the line here for Flood. Flood's in a foot race here against Morford. Oh, great challenge by Morford to win the ball. It's out of play for a throw to Slough. Taken quickly by Flood in towards Jackman. Jackman trying to turn away. He's got Flood near him. The challenge comes in from Roos. It's a good challenge by Roos. And then the ball over the top, but Robert's nowhere near that one. It'll go through to Turner in the Slough goal. Taken here short towards Lynch. Lynch plays it towards Sam Togwell. Sam Togwell back across to Mark Nisbet. Kelvin Lloyd's listening from Beccles tonight. Afraid it's only 1-1. Isaac Henderson said that he loves French. I guess that Fabien Robert is French. And the ball played down the line here for Flood. Little ball inside towards Warren Harris. Gets run past. Hamilton comes across, though, blocked though by Warren Harris. Ball bouncing around, and then there's a foul by a Slough player on Roos, and it's a free kick to Gloucester City. And the goalkeeper Wallacott puts the ball down on the 18-yard line, just outside the 18-yard box. This was, and the Gloucester City management team. Fairly newly installed at Gloucester City are just urging their team forwards here. The kick by Wallacott over the head of everyone, straight out of play for a throw. And Josh Jackman will be the player that takes the throw down this right-hand side. Takes it back here towards Sam Togwell. Goes back towards the goalkeeper Turner. Being chased down by Roberts. And a clearance by Turner. Aimed towards Ben Harris. He can't get there. It comes off the head of Avery on the far-hand side. And Thomas looks like he'll get there first. He does, but can't keep it. And that's the second ball on top of that roof. I don't know what. We've got to make these guys go and get the balls, because that's like 40 foot up in the air. That's two balls. The handful of Gloucester City fans are trying to get behind their team by singing. The throw comes in from Slough, back here towards George Wells, down the line looking for Flood. Avery with the header away. Flood tries to get there first. It's Hanks who gets there, and Hanks does well to turn away. Gets it into Robert. Robert just skips past the challenge, so going backwards, but then finds Thomas on the far hand side. Back inside to Robert. He'll leave it for Morford. Morford inside to Roos. Gloucester City just keeping the ball. Little triangles down the field, and then down the line for Robert. Robert tries the little sticker leg out, and the challenge actually comes in. It's one through here, and Parker is offside again, and it's a free kick to Slough. And Slough want to take it quickly, but Parker just standing in the way, and they take it short here towards Lee Togwell. Spread to the right back, Josh Chapman, just inside his own half. Back in towards Lee Togwell. Slough trying to create a bit of space. Down the side here for Warren Harris. Got Chapman on the overlap, but cuts inside to Lee Togwell. Togwell finding Dunn. Dunn just being forced by Robert wide. Inside though to Josh Chapman. Chapman turns inside. Being urged to bring the ball forward. He needs a little bit of help. It comes from George Wells, and then Wells turns away from one, takes a shot from distance. It hits Hamilton on the edge, comes out towards Dunn on the 18-yard line, towards Flood. Flood flicking the ball back in. Warren Harris with the header back in. It's hooked clear in the end, only as far as Jackman. Jackman takes a touch and then loses the ball. It's one back here by Gloucester City, and here with Robert turning inside his own half. Oh, overruns it, and then Dunn can't get to the loose ball. Robert chips it forwards. Sam Togwell's there for Slough, but his ball only finds Kawitka, who hasn't really got in the game yet, but then plays a lovely ball outside here for Morford to run onto. Takes it in his stride down that right hand side, inside here towards Thomas, trying to get the ball back, but Wells is there and wins a really soft free kick for a foul there by Morford. And the ball here with Lee Togwell finding Warren Harris. Harris trying to run through, gets challenged by Hanks, and then the ball's won back here by Parker. Ball down the line, by Kawitka. Parker to chase the ball, and he does down that sideline. Takes it off of, plays it off of Sam Togwell for a corner to Gloucester City, their third of the game. And it'll be Hanks who goes across to take this corner. Slough sending the bench to warm up here. Not literally the bench, but the people on the bench. We're going to wait for Hanks to take this in-swinging corner here for Gloucester City. Just indicating what he's going to do. Hamilton pressure on the goalkeeper. Headed away, though, by Nisbet off the line. And it comes out here towards Parker. Parker trying to skip past a couple of challenges. It can't keep it in. It comes off him last and out for a throw to the Rebels. And Lee Togwell's going to wait for Josh Jackman to come across to take. And Josh just being told to go back here by the match referee. Takes it short. Oh, Togwell gives the ball away here, and it comes through to Kawitka. Kawitka trying to hold the ball. Slough won it back, but it's intercepted by Roos. Back out here towards Kawitka. Kawitka cuts inside, playing it in. Trying to get the ball back. Almost gets it back. And then spreads it out on the far-hand side to Morford, who's just 10 yards inside the Slough half. Been pressurised to go back. Finds Hanks. Hanks telling her to find Parker. Parker, the idea was there, but this time it wasn't Parker's fault. The ball was over-hit. And the management team of Slough just trying to... Or try and pull the... Gloucester City team away apart. It's headed away by Morford. It'll come through to Kawitka, hooks the ball over his head. Sam Togwell with the header away. Ben Harris tries to get there, and Ben Harris is adjudged to have fouled. It'll be a free kick to the away side, for a foul there by Ben Harris. We've played 60 minutes of the game. It's 1-1 here at Arbour Park, and it'll be a free kick that the captain Avery will take. And played forwards here, looking for Kawitka on the far-hand side. Headed away by Nisbet, only as far as Roos. His header finds Robert on the far-hand side. His ball in is blocked, and it's won back here by Lee Togwell for Slough. He spreads it out on the far-hand side towards Warren Harris. A little bit behind him. That allows Smearden the time to close him down, but Jackman plays it in. It's played in first time by Slough. Trying to find Warren Harris. Smearden gets a touch, but not the best of touches, and Warren Harris gets a cross in. It's blocked well, though, by Avery, and Hamilton's first to the ball. Ball out for Smearden, who clears it down the line. Parker chasing his own flick on. Sam Togwell, though, with the header back, and does a roly-poly flip as he's headed it back. And Turner's immediately rolled it back out here towards Mark Nisbet. Inside here towards Simon Dunn, deep inside his own half. Being challenged by Robert, and Robert just with a slight foul as he just runs into the back here. And free kick to the Rebels. And Robert just been spoken to by the referee. I think it's just as... I think it's a culmination of a couple of fouls. That's what it is. I think Robert may be wondering why the foul was given. The referee may be explaining that one. So now with the short free kick across here towards Nisbet. Straight down the line. What a waste. What a waste of that a free kick that is. Sorry, just drinking that tea while it was warm-ish. Have you got any goals? You got any goals for scorers for us, Sam? Is that all right? Have we got any from the National League South? Have we go that far down? In the other games, Torquay are now leading 2-0 away to Hemel Hempstead, and Welling are still 1-0 up away to Oxford City. And finally, the Slough fans have found their voice, but it looks as though Slough are going to make a substitution in a second. The ball played forwards here, though, looking for Flood. It's Morford with the header away, and then Avery absolutely launches that down the field. Parker's not going to get it, and it goes into the hands of Jack Turner on the edge of his byline, keeps the ball in play, and it looks like you see a home debut of Tommy Wood on loan from AFC Wimbledon for Slough, as Warren Harris daddies on the ball, almost gives it away. Back here towards Lee Togwell, in towards Dunn. Dunn, oh, lovely ball over the top here for Warren Harris to chase. He's got to keep the ball in. Does well to keep it in. Inside here towards Lench. Lench just overruns it. Oh, great block there by Avery. And now Smearden with the ball and down the line. Sam Togwell with the header away. It'll come through to Dunn. Dunn beaten to the ball by Hanks. And Hanks just over. What he'd done, he's overrun the ball, but that's because Parker went on the run. He was too early. Stopped his run, but Hanks had already played the ball. And it's had to play for a throw to Slough. And it's here with Jack Turner. Turner just playing the ball out here for Mark Nisbet to bring the ball forwards. Nisbet coming up to the halfway line. Inside to Ben Harris, who turns. Plays it out here towards Josh Chapman. Chapman inside here towards Lee Togwell. Tommy Wood standing in front of us, warming up. He's going to be on in any second. Ball comes through to Simon Dunn. Dunn finding Josh Chapman inside here towards Lee Togwell. Togwell under pressure back here towards Chapman. Chapman towards Sam Togwell. First time ball to Nisbet. Parker chasing the ball down but can't get the ball. Here with Lee Togwell. Here towards Josh Chapman. Down the line for Lench. Lench trying to hold the ball up and finds Lee Togwell. Slough keeping the ball but not getting in anywhere near the danger zone. Lee Togwell the ball in. It's chested down on the 18 line by Flood. Back though towards Sam Togwell. Lee Togwell still got the ball. Then chipping the ball forward, looking for Ben Harris on the far hand side. Smearden with the header away. Good defensive header, finding Thomas. Thomas flicks the ball down the field, looking for Robert, but he can't catch that one out of play for a throw. And here comes the first substitution of the evening. And it will be coming off is Chris Flood. I know what I've done there. Flood. And the player coming in is Tommy Wood for his home debut. So it's Chris Flood off and Wood is the player on. That substitution on 65 minutes. So Slough giving the youngster 20 minutes, 25 minutes here to try and get something out of the game. Ball's here with Lee Togwell. Under pressure again from Parker, but digs the ball out here towards Josh Chapman. Chapman has got a few players in, comes in towards Lee Togwell, who's again closed down, back in towards Josh Chapman, in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn has time to turn, plays it towards Nisbet. Nisbet brings it in and finds George Wells. Now not really getting much attack down the width here in these second half. Gloucester have learnt that and putting players down the far hand side. They're almost like a 4-5-1 when they haven't got the ball. Ball's back in here towards Josh Chapman. Shrugs off the challenge of Kawicka, in towards Lee Togwell, finding Lench. Lench trying to create inside here towards George Wells. Wells looks up, takes a shot from distance, and it's very much like myself, high, wide, and not very handsome, I'm afraid. And it looks like you might see a second substitution for the Rebels as well. And it looks like Manny Williams will be the player coming on. Just going to wait for Wallacott to take this goal kick. And it takes a long kick aimed here towards Parker. Lee Togwell heads it the wrong way. Sam Togwell has to hook the ball away under the challenge of Robert. Hanks with the header on. Lee Togwell header, one back here by Hanks, who chips the ball forwards, and Kawicka chases it, but Josh Chapman heads it back towards Turner in the Slough goal. So 66 minutes played, 1-1 here at Arbour Park. And Turner this time just plays a short ball out here for Nisbet, who's got a bit of space down the left-hand side. He can bring the ball forwards here for Slough, but again, there's not much of an option for him. Comes to Simon Dunn, who's immediately under pressure from Parker. In towards Lee Togwell, finding Lench, who's come on the near-hand side, and then the challenge from Robert is a little bit... the referee is just going to wait for this substitution to come in. And the substitution is Warren Harris off. And coming on is Manny Williams. So Warren Harris off and Manny Williams on. Manny just coming back from a couple of games at... where did he go? Basingstoke. Just played a few games at Basingstoke as Manny. So he's back here just getting some fitness. And Manny Williams is on for Slough. It'll be a throw to Slough when the game restarts. 20-odd yards away from goal, down the right-hand side. Jackman with the throw for the Rebels. And throws it inside here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn's got Wells on the outside and finds him, but he's under pressure immediately. Crosses in left foot. Lynch trying to come at the far post. So it's smeared him with the header away. And Kawitka's there first for Gloucester City. Cleared only as far as Lee Togwell. A little cushion header to find Josh Jackman in towards Manny Williams. Manny Williams turns two players brilliantly. Then gets past third and Avery blocks the ball. It's out for a goal kick. And good defending by the Gloucester City captain there as we've gone past the halfway part of the first half. Second half even. Tried the second half. We're in the second half. Watercutt takes this goal kick short on the far hand side, and Ben Harris almost takes it off the feet of Morford, but he manages to play it through, and then Robert leaves a lovely little ball into the path there on the far hand side, and it's played inside here to Robert, but it's Mark Nisbet defending for Slough, and Slough are under real pressure there because that was 3 against 2, but defending by Mark Nisbet getting Slough out of that hole there. Morford will come and take the throw, level with the 18-yard box of Slough on the far hand side. In towards Robert. Back to him from Morford. Slough looking for an offside, not given. Robert has a chance to cross. It's come off a Slough player for a corner. And Gloucester City's fourth corner of the game. And it's going to be Smearden who goes across to take the corner here for Gloucester City, who have got a good number of travelling fans here this evening. And in swinging corner here for Slough to defend. It's played deep on the far hand side. It misses everyone. Avery will try to keep the ball in and does well to do so. And then skips past the challenge of Ben Harris and then plays it back here towards Hanks. Hanks takes a shot and it's wide of the goal, but Hanks just trying his luck from 20 odd yards out and just got it the wrong side, so it's out for a goal kick. And it's Turner that will take the goal kick here for Slough. And long clearance by him, looking for Wood. Wood is adjudged to a foul. I can't see what he did there because I think Hamilton just ran across the back of him and somehow gives a free kick away. But it's a free kick here to Gloucester City. Slough got to switch on here because Parker makes a run down that near hand side. He'll do well to keep that ball in and does so. Hits it straight at Josh Chapman. But Parker gets a second chance to hook the cross in, and Robert's at the back post, headed away though by George Wells, and Simon Dunn's first to the ball for Slough. Now plays it up here towards Wood. Wood plays it inside here towards Lee Togwell, being closed down by Kawitka, but finds Lynch on the far hand side. Lynch skips past a couple of challenges but goes sideways. Still has the ball at his feet. Inside here towards Josh Chapman. Chapman being urged to come down the right hand side. Inside here towards Ben Harris. Harris crosses with his left foot. Spencer Hamilton with the header away. Only as far as Mark Nisbet, finding Simon Dunn. Dunn, ball on the far hand side here towards Wood. Wood on the edge of the box. Morford sticks a leg out, wins the ball back, and Robert clears down the line here for Parker to chase, but Sam Togwell's there first for Slough and plays it back towards the goalkeeper Turner. Turner has time on the ball and finds Lee Togwell. And Togwell can bring the ball forwards here towards Lynch. Lynch chipping the ball, looking for Jackman, but it's behind him and too high and out of play for a throw. And the management team of Slough just asking Slough to up their game, whereas the Gloucester City manager team are asking their team to go further up the field. So, and Kawitka wins the header on. Sam Togwell pokes the ball downfield. Avery heads it away. Williams can't get there. Smearden's first to the ball. Free header there though for Nisbet. Wood trying to hold the ball up here. Tries to play it in towards Williams, but it's won back here by Hanks, who finds Morford. Morford's ball in towards Robert. Robert just making those little pockets of space. Ball down the line for him. He gets the ball back down that right-hand side. Skips the ball in. Great overlapping run here from Thomas. Back here towards Robert. In towards Parker. Oh, that would have been a heck of a goal if that had gone in, but Parker just couldn't get there. And now Slough have the chance to play it forwards here And Parker's down injured in the penalty area, but it's not a head injury, so Slough are playing on. And the ball comes out here towards Manny Williams. He's got George Wells on the overlap. Finds Wells down that left-hand side. Wells crosses first time. Headed away, though, by Hamilton. Only as far as Simon Dunn. Inside towards Manny Williams. Williams digs it out of the feet and finds George Wells down the left-hand side. Wells this time crosses in. Williams can't get there. Hamilton with the header away again. Morford gets a touch to it and out for a throw to Slough. Parker's back on his feet and in the centre circle. Nisbet gets the ball back from Wells. It's a little bit short, and then Nisbet wins it back. Finds Wells down that left-hand side. Wells trying to create space for a cross, and he hits Morford and goes out of play for a throw. So still 1-1 as we're into the final 17 minutes of the game. And it'll be a throw to come in for Slough on the far-hand side. George Wells will take it. No long throw for the Rebels here with Guy Hollis still injured. Robert steals the ball out there. It clears only as far as Lee Togwell. And Togwell's ball found. Done on that far hand side, trying to create the space himself. Runs into a Gloucester City player and they clear it only as far as Sam Togwell. He's the only player inside the Slough half apart from Slough's goalkeeper. Inside here towards Matt Lynch. Lynch going to cross the ball in. Wood trying to actually it's Nisbet up there. Manny Williams gets there first for Slough and holds the ball and turns it well and brings the ball forwards here, still stuck at his feet. Inside here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn finding George Wells. Wells crosses in this time with a bit of pace. Ben Harris gets a head to it. Wood couldn't get there. It's cleared. Nisbet tries to get there first. Robert's first for Slough. Played forwards and Sam Togwell with the volley away. It's back here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn digs the ball out towards Lynch. Lynch on the right-hand side. In towards Simon Dunn. Robert with the challenge, and Robert's fouled him again. And you just wonder if the referee is going to have another word. That's the third foul in a row that Robert has done. But it's a free kick here to Slough. George Wells will come across to take it, though. And that means that Sam Togwell and Mark Nisbet will go forwards for the Rebels as we approach the last 15 minutes of the game. Still 1-1 here at Arbour Park. As George Wells looks to hit this with a bit of pace. It's a good one. Wallacott stretches for it. He can't get there. Williams cleared off the line by Hamilton. Great defending there from that shot from Williams. Ball's here though with Lee Togwell. He's going to just float the ball back in. Ben Harris tried to flick it on. Does well. Spits Hamilton, heads it away. Volley cleared by Smearden. Only as far as Sam Togwell. Takes it down on his chest. Under pressure. Finds his brother Lee. He's the last man for Slough. And then Lee's going to try and spread the ball out here to Lynch. Lynch takes it down on his chest. He's got George Wells with him. Inside towards George Wells. Gets the ball back here towards Lynch. Lynch trying to come across here. He's got a bit of pressure on. Has it back on his right foot. Inside towards Dunn. Slough need a bit of movement and they're not getting it. Inside here from Ben Harris. Harris trying to turn and create a space. It's well blocked here by Morford. Comes out towards Parker. Parker's ball back inside towards Robert. Lazy flick forwards. Intercepted by George Wells. And Wells trying to bring it forwards here for Slough. Trying to chip the ball forwards for Wood, but Wood couldn't get his run right. And it's easily picked up by the goalkeeper, Wallacott. And he's going to try and play the ball down here for Parker to chase. Headed away by Sam Togwell. Roosters in the centre. Wins it down and finds Robert. Robert trying to turn and create. Lovely little ball through here for Thomas. Goalkeeper comes out. It doesn't matter. It's a goal for Gloucester City. And yet again, it's that man, Robert, who plays the ball through. It's Josh Thomas with the goal on 76. And it's Slough 1, Gloucester City 2. And Gloucester's revival under this new management team continues. But once again, it's Robert who is the player that causes it. He wins the ball, holds it up, goes past a couple of players. He's going sideways. And then he just little side foot ball behind the defence. Allows Thomas to come in. And as Turner comes out, the ball has just slipped past him. And it's 2-1 here to Gloucester City. And the referee is just telling a couple of... I forgot to put the goal on, by the way. That they're just getting back into position now, but the goal from Josh Thomas, and that gives Gloucester City the lead, and Slough heading for a 5th league defeat at home here. Ball here now with Lee Togwell. Slough had all the pressure and just a breakaway goal there by Gloucester City, just after a good spell of pressure by Slough, but nothing comes from that spell of pressure that Slough have had. Ball played in here by things, and there's a foul here by Smearden on Ben Harris on the edge of the box, and it's a free kick here though to Slough, literally on the edge of this 18-yard line. George Wells is standing has picked the ball up. So Slough have an immediate chance here to equalise. It's literally, I literally tell you, it's about 4 inches outside the box. That's how close it was to being a penalty there. Ben Harris is there as well, but it's George Wells who's standing over this free kick here for Slough. Slough just put in a couple of men on the end of the wall on the far side, which is the side that the goalkeeper's going to cover. The referee just making sure it's 10 yards. And the Gloucester City management team shouting to Robert, who's just take the free kick. Well, but they're waiting for Robert to get into position. He's not 10 yards away from the ball. The referee just telling him to go back. Lynch just coming into the box here as well. It's with George Wells over the top, takes a deflection off the wall and out for a corner to Slough. And it'll be George Wells that goes across to take this corner for the Rebels. Norfolk just kicked the ball away there, which has infuriated the Slough fans behind the goal. But there's a bit of pushing and shoving in the box here as well. The referee is just going over to sort that out. And the there's so many of them bunched around that penalty spot that it's difficult to see for the referee. But he's decided everything's all right. So it's going to be in-swinging corner here from George Wells. It's 2 shots to the near post. Goes across, headed away by Hamilton. It's Simon Dunn with the header, but it's well over the top of the bar. And out of play for a goal kick. So we've got 10.5 minutes plus whatever the referee adds on here this evening. Gloucester City 2-1 up here at Arbour Park, thanks to 2 second half goals. And Wallacott taking his time with this goal kick here. And this time a long kick down the field, again aimed towards Parker. Sam Togwell heads it up in the air. Lee Togwell with the second header on, only as far as Robert, who falls down and wins a free kick there. Had Manny Williams run into the back of him there and he went down. So free kick here, 40 odd yards away for goal for Gloucester City. And it's Hanks who will take this free kick for Gloucester. They're just going to send Avery forwards here. And it looks like Hanks is going to go for goal. He does. It's well wide of the goal. And it was hit hard and low. He tried to place it, but it wasn't the best of kicks there. So it's Turner with the long kick down the field here trying to find Wood. Wood beaten to the ball by Hamilton, who cleared that ball off the line for Gloucester City just before they scored. Ball played in towards Ben Harris. Little cushion header finding Lynch. Lynch skips it down the right-hand side. Just has the ball into the box here to find Wood. Wood trying to play it in towards Dunn. Dunn overstretches and it's dived on by Wallacott there. Good play by Slough, but Dunn just couldn't take it in his stride and it's smothered by the visiting goalkeeper. And he just drops the ball on the edge of his box here, forcing Ben Harris to come and close it down. It's a free header for Sam Togwell across towards George Wells, in towards Wood. Wood trying to hold the ball up, in towards Manny Williams. Wood under pressure, holds it up just inside his own half. Back here towards George Wells. Wells will go back towards the goalkeeper. Gloucester quite happy for the goalkeeper to have the ball. They're 2-1 up here at Arbour Park. Their unbeaten run under their new management team continuing. Ball's here with Mark Nisbet out on the far hand side towards Wells. Wells down the line here towards Dunn. Dunn appearing on the left hand side, cuts inside, still running with the ball, just over runs it there, and the challenge comes in from Roos. And now ball down the field here for Parker to chase. Parker's in a foot race here with Sam Togwell, easily beats him, and then Turner comes out and blocks bravely with the ball at his feet, and then plays it here towards Mark Nisbet. Nisbet finding Lee Togwell. Slough building up again. Pressure from the back here with Josh Chapman again. They need a bit of movement from inside. Comes from Manny Williams. Williams ball. Oh, Williams has given it away towards Parker. And Parker was offside, but it came off a Slough player last, so it doesn't matter. And the ball's back here for Morford. Morford chipping the ball down the field. Earlier this season, Slough won away 2-1 at Gloucester City. Early on in the season, it looks like Gloucester City are going to reverse that fixture here at the moment, unless Slough can do something about it. It's a throw for the Rebels on the halfway line. It's Lee Togwell, who's virtually playing as a centre-back here. Played the ball out here towards Sam Togwell, in towards Josh Chapman. So now I've got the problem is that Gloucester City have got men behind the ball at all times, apart from Parker. So it's kind of like a 4-5-1 when they haven't got the ball. Ball played into the box here towards Wood. Wood holds the ball up, finding Manny Williams. Williams in towards Dunn. Dunn has the ball. He's holding the play up here towards Lynch. Lynch trying to bring the ball forwards, trying to skip past the challenge. It's a good challenge by Hanks, and it finds Parker. Parker finding Kawitka, who I'd forgotten was on the pitch. Manny Williams tries to steal it off it. Back here towards Hanks. Hanks, his ball only comes through to Sam Togwell as the challenge comes in. In towards Lee Togwell. Finding Simon Dunn. Dunn, little ball inside here, gives the ball away towards Kawitka. And he wins a very easy free kick there, does Kawitka, as Ben Harris runs into him. And a free kick here to Gloucester City. And it will be Avery to take this free kick. Almost halfway inside his own half. Long ball down the field. Parker wins a header, but it's adjudged to a foul. So a free kick to the Rebels. And Slough take it quickly. It's across their 18-yard line. Back here towards Jack Turner. Turner now long ball down the field. Aimed here towards Wood. Wood beaten to the ball by Hamilton. Wood will get a second chance to hold the ball up. And it's nicked off him by Roos. Roos's ball towards Hanks. Hanks hammers it down the field. And Turner's all alone in the edge of his box to play the ball back here towards Mark Nisbet. Again, every time that Gloucester City don't have the ball, they get 10 men behind the ball. Ball played in. It's hooked clear in the end there by Thomas, scorer of that leading goal so far. Parker again chasing the ball, shoots from distance, very much trying to do what Robert did earlier, but Parker, this time his shot was too close to the goalkeeper. Turner, ball's here with Lee Togwell, skips past the challenge of Robert, still running with it, inside here towards Matt Lynch. Lynch here finding Nisbet. Nisbet being urged to bring the ball forwards here for Slough. Inside here towards George Wells. Wells cuts inside, crosses in. Spencer Hamilton hooks the ball all out of play for a corner to Slough. And not the best of clearances there by the centre-back, but it's out for a corner to the Rebels. And it'll be an out-swinging corner here that George Wells will come to take. Into the final 5 minutes of this game here. Slough 2-1 down to Gloucester City. The ball will be played in here by Wells. Looking for Wood. Wood misses the ball. It's missed by Nisbet. Best clearance only comes out here towards Lynch, who floats it back in. Headed away by Morford. It'll come back out here towards Wells. Wells this time crosses in again. It's a free header for Ben Harris across the goal. Williams will keep the ball in play. And then back out here towards Wells. Wells' cross is low. It's not the best. And Rusa can clear for Gloucester City. Kawitka chases, but Turner's there first for Slough and plays it in. Lynch with a little header on, finding Ben Harris. Harris just got caught behind her. The referee says play on because Lynch is coming down the right-hand side. Lynch here up against Morford. Comes off Morford, keeps the ball in. And out here towards Robert, who can't keep it in, and out of play for a throw to Slough. Ben Harris wants to take it himself, but you need him in the box. Josh Chapman to take the throw. And it's down the line here towards Wood, inside towards Chapman. Chapman leaving the ball for Lynch. Lynch outside here towards Simon Dunn. Back here towards Lynch. Slough with the ball, but not much going on. Ball played into the edge of the box here for Nisbet. Nisbet inside towards Chapman. Chapman just overruns it, and looked like Hanks had got it, but Dunn's there. The clearance in the end comes from Rusa, and it's a Slough ball. Taken quickly by Lynch. Chapman hooks the ball into the edge of the box. Ben Harris trying to get there. It'll come to the edge of the box here for Manny Williams. Inside towards Dunn. Dunn finding Nisbet. Nisbet sides it up for Josh Chapman, who shoots, but over the top of the bar. And you're asking a lot to get it through a crowd of players like that, but the shot from 18 yards over the top of the bar. I'm going to see substitution for Gloucester City. Isaac Kelly is going to come on for Robert. So Robert, scorer of that stunning first goal, will be replaced here by Isaac Kelly. For 11. And Robert slowly I don't understand. I don't know. Are they changing it? I'm not sure what is going on here, but Robert wasn't coming off the field. He was waiting for the board to actually come up. Isaac. And it's Isaac Kelly on for Robert.
Number 11, Fabian Roberts.
And Robert getting a hug off his management team here at the moment. The game will restart with this goal kick here from Woolacott, aimed again towards Parker. Parker flicks the header on really well. He chases his own flick on, Turner's out of his box and hammers the ball down the field. Ben Harris beaten to the ball by Avery, goes out of play for a throw to Slough. And Slough's throw goes here towards Mark Nisbet. Nisbet spreads it towards George Wells. Wells has got a bit of space. He's going to cross it on the far-hand side towards Ben Harris. Leaves it for Lench. Good challenge comes in from Smearden. Goes out for a corner, though, to Slough. And the corner will come in from George Wells, who sprints over here. We're into a minute and a half of normal time. We're waiting for the added time down below. And it'll be George Wells with this in-swinging corner here for Slough. And the ball played in near post, headed away by Morford. Only comes out as far as Lee Togwell. He chips the ball back into the far post. Wood goes across goal, and it goes literally all the way across goal and out of play for a goal kick. So Slough have got very little time to try and get back into this game. And we are just waiting to see for a signal for how long extra is going to be played. The band of Gloucester City fans are singing along. Parker again wins the header, but Sam Togwell heads it back towards Turner in the Slough goal, who's been urged to get it forwards here to the Rebels. And it's a long kick here by Turner. Ben Harris is underneath it. It comes off the head of Avery, goes all the way through to the goalkeeper Woolacott, who just has it with his feet, waiting for Wood to come across. And Woolacott just holding the ball in the penalty area. And played down the line here. It's intercepted by Nisbet. And Nisbet can bring the ball forward. There's 3 minutes of added time here at Arbour Park. And we've just gone into that 3 minutes of added time. Wells comes down the left-hand side, gets it off Kowitka for a throw to Slough. Taken short here towards Mark Nisbet. Nisbet trying to run inwards. Plays it here towards Lench. Lench 30-odd yards away from goal. Sips it in towards Lee Togwell on the edge of the box. Played out toward Manny Williams. Williams finding Chapman. Chapman's cross is short, headed away. And Chapman leaves it for another corner to Slough. And while that's good, Slough aren't making these corners count. And again, it's George Wells coming across to take this corner for the Rebels. Lots of Slough fans already making their way out. They've seen enough here this evening. As we wait for George Wells to take this corner here for Slough. This one's a bit better. Avery with the header away. Only back across, though, towards Sam Togwell, who hooks the ball the wrong way. And Hanks helps it on, but it will come out here towards Jack Turner. And Turner just plays the ball in here, headed away by Avery again. Jackman rises high to win it. Ben Harris flicking on. It's such clear into out of play for a throw to Slough. Lench will take it short. Inside towards Wells. Lench gets the ball back here for Slough. Plays it out on the far hand side towards Lee Togwell. He's playing centre back on his own with Sam Togwell and Mark Nisbet up front. Williams trying to head it. Kowitka heads it away. It comes out here towards Lench. Lench has the ball. He just evades the challenge of Hank. Still with the ball. Inside here towards Williams. Back here towards Nisbet. Finding George Wells. Wells being urged to cross it in. Not the best of crosses. Done with the header on, and it's saved by Woolacott. It was going wide at a goal, but the goalkeeper will keep the ball in and try and waste a little bit of time. Got about a minute and 10 seconds here of for Slough to try and get a goal in this game. It doesn't look like it's going to come. Slough have almost got 4 standing in an up front position. Nisbet with the ball forwards. It's a high clearance there. And Parker just runs straight into Nisbet. And that's a free kick. Matt Lench has just been named man of the match. They did say the crowd, but I couldn't hear what it was. 463 is the attendance here tonight. As Slough have a throw deep inside the Gloucester City half. Sam Togwell is going to take this throw. And the throw will come in from Sam Togwell. Flicked away out for a corner. And it's going to be Mark Nisbet, I think, he wants to take it. It's got to wait for George Wells to run across. Wells it is who will take the corner. We've got around about 5 seconds. Jack Turner has gone up here for Slough. And it's George Wells with this free corner from the back post. Headed away by Avery. It'll come out to the edge of the box to Dunn. Hits it over the top of the bar, and that should be it here at Arbour Park. As soon as the goal kick is taken, I would expect the referee to blow up. He's on the pitch. Where's he going? And it's Wallacott taking his time with this kick. And the Gloucester City players urging him to kick the ball long down the field. But it doesn't matter because it's the full-time whistle here at Arbour Park. And Gloucester City have come away with the win. 2 goals in the second half. The first one, an absolute blinder from Fabien Robert. The second one come from Thomas on the break. And again, Robert at the heart of that. And those 2 goals for Slough in the second against Slough means that Gloucester City get a good win on the road here. And they continue this fine run of form as they look to escape the relegation woes. And yet again, Slough lose to a team in the bottom 3. They lost to Western-super-Mare the other week. Now they've lost at home to Gloucester. And Gloucester's second half performance was ignited by that goal by Fabien Robert. It's a cracking goal that he scored. You'll see the highlights from our friends at FC Video. An absolutely stunning goal that got Gloucester City back into the game. And then from then on, they looked more likely to score. And they did so as well. Thank you to all that are listening in as well. Colin Henderson, Isaac Henderson, Kelvin Lloyd, Ken Fish. The Gloucester players just going over to their fans on that far hand side to say congratulations. Look like Spencer Hamilton just going and high-fiving all of their fans who have made the journey down here this evening. And Hamilton just going across to the fans there, just getting it. But the Slough players are coming off the field bitterly disappointed. And yet again, their lack of goals at home is what seems to be costing them points here. And again, maybe they should have had the lead by a better goal difference in the first half, where they played the better of the football. But unfortunately, again, Slough, very much like Saturday, can't score the goals, and it's all over. But the Gloucester City players are going over to their fans who have made the journey down here, and they're all going over and shaking their hands as they look to continue their great escape as it is. And Slough, again, will look at themselves and wonder how they didn't get a better lead in the first half and then sit back on it, and then how they couldn't do anything in the second half. All the Gloucester management team have gone over there as well to those fans that have made the journey down. And so while things aren't starting to look up for Gloucester City on the pitch with their performances, they'll want to get back home to Gloucester as well. So we want to wish them all the very best of luck for the rest of the season, both on and off the pitch. And we wish them all the very best. But for us, that's it till Saturday, where we will be back here for the visit of Dartford FC. So we'll be back there for that. We'll be on air at 10 minutes to 3. So we'll be back there for that. So otherwise, enjoy the rest of your week. And we will see you all then as the Gloucester fans just come past us here this evening. Thank you for joining us here. And we'll see you soon. Thank you.